Robben Island, when things got very bad, I found inspiration in a poem.
A poem?
A Victorian poem. Just words, but they helped me to stand when all I wanted to do was to lie down. But you didn't come all this way to hear an old man talk about things that make no sense.
No, please, Mr. President. It makes complete sense to me. On the day of a big match, say a test, in the bus on the way to the stadium, nobody talks.
Ah, yes. They're all preparing.
Right. But when I think we're ready, I have the bus driver put on a song. Something I've chosen, one we all know. And we listen to the words together. And it helps.
Sport, ladies and gentlemen, has the ability to transcend religion, culture, race, creed, and nationalities. Sometimes it's a simple game, but often sport is much more than that. It's full of life's lessons. It can teach you about failure, about joy, about disappointment, excitement, winning, losing, about maturity, teamwork, humility, and selflessness. That in 1995, the world is coming to South Africa, the sporting world, for the first time in its history. The 1995 Rugby World Cup was going to be in South Africa. Like I said, we had a lot of catching up to do. We trained hard, and I'm not here to share with you our strategy and how hard we trained and our wonderful management team and their vision and our vision and our obsession with detail. But the 95 World Cup did come to South Africa. And again, there was no political landscape on my radar screen. As the captain of the team, all I wanted us to do is win this thing. But nobody believed we could. Because we came out of isolation, we were behind, we lost to the top team. So how can this team, how can they perform in 1995? We were training at Silver Mines in Cape Town, and we heard Madiba is coming to visit us. And whilst we were training on the horizon, we saw these two big helicopters flying, and they landed on the rugby pitch, and I went out to say hi to Madiba. Obviously, I've met him before. And he walked over to the team. And instead of the team introducing them to Madiba, he introduced him to them, but he knew the names of each and every one of those players that he's never met before. Hello, Yapi. Hello, Tim. Hi, John. Hello, Quibus. How are you doing? Unbelievable. He had us rare in his hand. He said, good luck, and he left. With that, Madiba dust sprinkled all over us. The next day, we took on Australia, and we beat them. People started talking about the Springboks, people that would have never, ever followed rugby before. There's some of our South African colleagues here, and I'll be highly surprised if they followed rugby before 1995. So, in the hotel where we stayed, the lady that would serve us breakfast, black lady, would come up to me in the morning and she would say, did you have enough to eat? You must eat. Tomorrow you guys are playing Romania. The guy that was working in the foyer said, are you guys okay? How's the injuries? He would have read the papers. Is Quibus doing okay? Is his ankle? Is it fine? And I realized there's something happening. There's something magic that's happening in this country. In the changing room, getting ready for the biggest moment of your life. I was strapped up, and then I heard a knock on the door. And as they opened the door, in walked Nelson Mandela. And what did he wear? He wore a Springbok shirt. He had the Springbok on his heart. The Springboks have been supported by the white people in South Africa. He could have had his best suit on. He didn't. He wore the Springbok, and he said, good luck. And as he turned around, I saw my number on his back. That was me. That was it. I would run through every wall. I would play until I dropped dead.
When Madiba handed the trophy to me, I shook his hand, and he said to me, thank you for what you've done for South Africa. I said to him, no, Madiba, you've got it wrong. Thank you for what you've done for South Africa. And I felt like hugging him. I really felt like giving him a big hug, but it wasn't protocol. I thought, this is, it's not protocol. And that just gave me shivers down my spine, to be able to receive the Holy Grail in rugby from such an amazing person and being able to lift that in front of a nation.